Okay, hi everybody. We're just here again on another beautiful day, and my intention is to do about a class of about 35 minutes, and there's kind of rolling, spiraling, turning, core. So let's go. But to start with, always good to ground ourselves if you've just come in and sat down and switched on. So let's just sitting however you're comfortable. I'm just kneeling today, and just let the arms be heavy and just take a pause and just feel, if you can, length through the spine. So my crown of the head lifting, just close your eyes and breathe. So just inhaling, bigger breaths than normal, and then letting go. And almost visualize the spine lifting and expanding on the in-breath. But keep the length on the out-breath as well. So feel you've lifted and lengthened. And then keep the integrity of the spine as you let the breath go. Let's do one more. And just take a check on those places where you may hold tension. Shoulders, jaw, even the eyes. Just kind of let everything soften. And then opening the eyes. Okay. From there, let's just do a little bit of easy neck movement. So as you exhale, just let the head nod towards chest. Inhale and lift. So again, just take a moment to feel that the body is just still, and we're just letting the breath almost initiate the movement. Inhaling to lift. Soft eye gaze. And then lengthen the back of the neck up and over. And then bring the head up to centre. And as you exhale, just glance one way. Inhale back to centre. And just almost feel the neck gliding here. It's just a very smooth glide each way. Quite good just to still the body before we start moving. And back to centre. So just notice the body. Forget the thoughts from outside and just have a little focus on yourself. And then bring yourself back to centre. Okay, we're coming into 4-point kneeling. So, setting up, drawing tummies up, and a nice square position. We're tucking the toes, and I'm just going to lengthen the leg nearest to me to start with. Okay, let's just get things moving. To start with, just let your body rock back and forwards. Okay, feel the weight through the heels of the hand as you rock forward, all initiating from the foot, and then circle. So think of circling the heel. And you're drawing a circle with the heel. So let the weight transfer as you circle, and then the other way. So side, back, front, and again keep hold of those abdominals, just keep a little bit of drawing up. Change legs, send the other leg back. Okay, and then just focus on just pushing and pulling. That's kind of forward and back rock. Okay, transferring weight. Keeping the shoulders connected on the back of the ribs, and then going to circle, so let the ankles circle round and round. So the body's swaying with the movement of the heel and the other way. So whole body is interested and active in this movement. Everything is listening. Then bring that leg back in. Pick up the feet. Cross the shins and just have a little side bend here. So we're just going to literally have a look at the feet one way, have a look at the feet the other way. Little side bend. Little side bend. Feel what happens through the heels of the hand. There's kind of that pushing and pulling. Cross them the other way. Okay, I'm going to try and keep moving today, not a lot of stopping. Okay. And bringing the feet down. From there, little active tabletop. We're going to hinge back and then float opposite arm and leg. Hinge back. And that's the other side. So think of the spine staying still here. Hinge and reach. And hinge and reach. We're going to hold the last one. So Hold that position and go for a reach. Go for a reach. Reach the fingertips, reach the tips of the toes. Hold. Tummy's drawing up. And then hinge back. Power forward onto the other side. And go for the reach. Feel the shoulder reaching. Feel the toe reaching. And hold. And 5, 4, 3. Keep reaching a bit more. And taking it down. Okay, let's do some nice cat-cow. So, as you exhale, just let the spine arch. Inhale to lengthen. And see how smooth you can make it. So it's just literally one arch lifting, one dip extending. Then let's tuck the toes and do some with the toes tucked with the knees floated. So float the knees. Here we go. So keep the knees just at that little hover position. Can we round? Can we extend? Exhale to round, so you're looking towards the knees. The knees can go down if this is that stage too much. And round once more. And then bring everything down. Okay, let's come down onto the mat. I always like to face the window. Natural light. Okay, and we're going to just start with some shoulder work. So take a moment. Do have a head pillow if you need a bit of support. The back of the neck is long. Space in the middle, but a nice heaviness through the bones, through the hips, through the ribs, through the head. Send the arms to the ceiling. Heavy shoulders. And as you inhale, let the arms reach up. Let them go. Inhaling up. So eye line just softly towards whatever ceiling, sky you're looking at. Release. One more. Palms forward, and let's just go into scissor arms. So just begin to feel a little bit of tension through your centre here, just to keep the torso nice and quiet, not letting the ribs pop. A little bit of drawing down. Lengthening away. Just getting the shoulders working. And go for a long movement here. Not worried if the arm doesn't meet the floor, but how long can your arms be? Both ways. Bring it back up, palms facing each other, soft elbows, and just go for an arm opening. Inhale. Close down. So a good chance to just check into our ribcage breathing here. So feel the back of the ribs, arms flattening down on towards the mat as you inhale, softening as you return. Okay. Well, then let's take the feet a little bit wider, width of the mat. In tipping. So let's just go for a one side of the body tip. So lift the hip and the shoulder nearest to me. Let them go. And the other way. So do let the whole leg join in here, so it's a little push through the foot to tip. And I always tend to inhale as I reach, exhale to land back down, and it's fine to give ourselves a little bit of a jolt. Okay, just a great movement just for giving the whole back body a bit of a massage. Bring everything back to centre, and from there we're going to do some leg work. So pick up your leg nearest to me, and to start with, just gently hold behind the thigh and just ease open, bend and straighten, bend and straighten. Okay, keeping the hips heavy, and we're going to climb a tree here. So a little bit of an early wake up. We're going to curl the head, look towards the foot, and as you come up, the leg lowers. How far can you go? How far can you go this morning or this evening? Oh, okay, you may get to the top, you might not, that's fine. Take it back down. You have another go at it, don't worry. Leg bends, leg lengthens. Curl up the head, so eyes towards the toes. Eyes on the prize. So do let the leg lower as you lift. Here, roll back down. So exhale and roll back down with control. Last one, you can add to the challenge by putting the hands on the front of the thigh. And as some of you like the challenge, so less to rely on to get you up there, and then taking it down. Okay, bend and straighten. Let's do some leg work with that leg. You can lengthen out that other leg if that feels a more suitable position. So to start with, let's just do a little tick-tock here. So just take the leg over and back. Keep drawing down to your centre. So hips staying quiet at the moment. Nothing changing. I flex the foot of the leg that's lengthened, and then we're going on to some leg circles. So let that leg foot draw across the body, down, round and back. I've got wide arms. Hips are staying still for the first 3. Here's 2. Here's 3. Exhale. Inhale. And now this time as I go over, we're going to let that hip lift. So tip, round and back. 2 more like that. So let the leg lengthen up and over, let the hip lift. Round. 1 more like that. Tip, reach, round and back. Let's do it the other way. So hips still to start with. It's going to stay down. It's going to stay down on number 2. Here's 3. And this time as you come across the body, that hip is going to tip. 1. Big wide circles if you can. But work with your ability, and also do have a bent knee if that feels more doable. We have 1 more. 3. Tip. Take it up. Round and bring it back down. Good. A little bit of hip flexor stretch and then change legs. So let's start with that leg bent. Hold the back of the other leg and just begin to ease open. So we're not drawing it in, so we're tipping, we're keeping the hips down, just opening the back of the leg, and then we're going to come on to our climbing the tree. So leg lengthens. Can we come up? Can we come up? Can we come up? Maybe. Take it back down. Bend and straighten. Exhale to curl and climb. So, with intention, you might get there, maybe. Take it down, bend and straighten. This time hands on the front if you want to. Okay, curl the head, lower the legs slightly. Okay, up there. And articulate the spine back down. Roll back down. Okay, bend and straighten. I'm going to do our leg work. So I'm going to lengthen out that leg. And then we're just going to do a little tick-tock. So think of long leg reaching across the body and back. Hips staying still, so abdominals keeping everything nice and quiet. Okay. Reach, reach, reach. And then we're going on to our leg circles. So a leg travels across the middle line, down, round and back. Hips staying square at the moment. Run round. Extended leg is working hard to keep things steady. And this time we're going to let that hip lift as the foot comes over the body. Round and back. Up and over, tip, round and body. So keep the shoulders still. That's the message for me. Round and back. We're taking it the other way. Hips square for the first 3. 1, 2, here's 3. Whole leg reaching. And this time I'm going to let the hip lift. 1, here's 2, here's 3. Up, round, and bend it in. Good. Okay. From there, I'm going to come and do a little bit of double leg work with with some hip rolls. Actually we're going to start with some abdominal work, but we are going to do some hip rolls too. So take the head in the hands, curl up head, neck and chest, squeeze the knees and ankles together and just let the knees tip towards me. Okay, eye line stays centred and you're just going to curl up and return. So we're not curling up towards the knees, you're curling up straight. Exhale to curl. Inhale to return. Keeping that space between the chin and the chest. Exhale, curl. 1 more on this side. And then just let the knees tip the other way. Okay, so a little bit of a challenge, but this is our oblique work today. So instead of the chest turning, we've got the hips turned, tipped. 3 more. 1 and 2 and 3, and take it down and take the arms wide and have a little tip. From there we're going to do some more hip rolls. So we're going to bring our legs into a double knee fold. Do keep your feet down if you'd rather, that's fine. Arms are going to be wide, and as you inhale just let the knees tip. And bring it all back. Up and tip. And roll back to centre. Inhale to go over. Drawing back, trying to keep the shoulders from shifting. It's all happening through the centre here. Let's lengthen the levers. Okay, long legs, squeeze them together. Up and over. Draw back. Inhale to go over. And draw back. So this shows us how our centre works here. And then let's do a little corkscrew from here. So I'm going to keep the hips quite quiet to start with, just doing tiny little circles down, around and across, across, round and back to centre, across, round, back to centre, and then let's add a little hip movements on if we want to. So you're going to go across, now think of a full circle, the legs lower, and then the hips can shift round, and we can do, let's get the momentum a little bit, so let's do 3 this direction, up and round, and as I come back to the top I'm going to change direction, so I'm going to aim the legs towards you, hip can shift, lift, round, up and round, back of the neck staying long, up, a little lift maybe. So again, take these in your range of movements. Okay, bend and straighten the legs, little bounce, kick back. And as the legs come to the ceiling, let's do a little bit of footwork. You can just see my feet, so let's just do some ankle circles. 3, 4 and 5. Let's take the other way. 2, 3, 4 and 5, and then just flip-flop the arms, flip-flop the legs, and just take a moment to lengthen everything down. Okay, lengthening down, have a little jiggle, and let's just do a little bit of a banana bend here. So, we're going to just creep your heels towards me and creep the fingertips towards me, and then creep them the other way. So, if we can, the eye line is still to the ceiling, so it's not a super big movement, but just a little bit of a side bend. Okay, feeling a slide from the fingertips to the feet, and bring everything back to centre. Okay, all right. From there, let's do a little bit of kind of checking into our stability today. So let's just tuck our fingertips in that space just above the hips there, and just come into a single knee fold. Okay, and then just lengthen that leg. Now I want you to notice where the fingers are. So I don't want you to press down on the fingers. There's a little bit of a lightness there, a bit of a connection, but not pressing. And as you lower that leg, keep it just the same. So we're not going to let the spine lift up or press more. So just hold that. So see if you can feel abdominals are working, tummy is flat. Okay. And just keep reaching the big toe. And then bring it back in. Let's go to leg number 2, fold. Again, equal weight through those fingertips. So see if that's even to start with, that you're not weighing on one side more than the other. Lengthen the leg. And lower as you exhale. So keep the pressure on the fingers. It's just the same, not really pressing down, like a soft imprint, if that makes sense. Keep the waist wide, keep the tummy still. Keep reaching. Okay, and then bring it back in. Let's reach the fingertips forward aware of that space, and just come to a small curl up. So as you curl up, I want you to again feel that the lower back doesn't change. We're not dipping here, okay? And you're just on the tips of your shoulder blade. Reach the fingertips forward and hold and reach. So it's not a big curl up here. We just want a kind of reasonably relaxed neck and softness through the collarbone. Okay, from here we're going to pick up one leg. We're going to pick up the other leg. We're going to lengthen them. Okay, keeping the spine where it is. A little bit of scissors. So we're going to 1, we're not holding though, 2, 3, 4. Bring them both back up. Can we do a helicopter? Leg furthest away from me goes down. Leg comes back. And meet back up again. Here we go. Leg to me lowers, nearest to you. 2, 3, 4. Bring them both back up. This leg helicopters down. And the other leg goes down. And they both come back up. Let's go one more. Get it right this time. Leg furthest from me goes away. Away. 3, 4. Helicopter. Round. Helicopter back. Bring up the leg. This leg sets off this time. Okay, here we go. Scissors. 2, 3, 4. Helicopter round. Helicopter back. Bring the legs in. Lower the head. And have a little side to side rock with the head. Okay. So let's do some a bit of bridging. A little bit of bridging today. I want us to take the arms up. And again, keeping with the idea of spiralling here. To start with, let's just do some nice, easy articulations through lifting up and then lowering down. Not overthinking it, but just do try and notice as you flow up that each bone lifts as independently as possible and then lowers as independently as possible, especially in the lower back. Let's do one more, they feel good. Exhale as you curl up. Just send the knees forward. Keep the weight even through the feet. And then low down, articulate. Now let's introduce those hip tips. So this time I'm going to lift the hips furthest away from you. And you're going to roll one side of the body. Straighten at the top. Tip the other way. Roll down that other side. Square up. Tip away. Roll back up that same side. It's much harder to articulate, but just imagine that you're giving the side of the spine a little bit of a massage as you lift, square up, tip, lower away, square up, tip, lift. Keeping the back of the neck nice and long, and the shoulders are staying quiet here. They're just providing great support for us. Okay, the stability in the movement. Okay, and bring it down. Good. All right. From there, we're going to come into a bit of double leg work. So, bring yourself into a double leg position. Hands onto knees. Shins parallel with the floor. Curl up head, neck and chest. Okay, from here, let's have the knees connecting, ankles connecting. We're going to lengthen away the arm and leg nearest to me. Singles, and then the other one. Singles, and now double leg stretch. Double. Circle the arms back. Here we go again. Single. Single. Double. And bring it back in. Let's go. Try and alternate the side that's going away. Go long. Circle back. Lengthen. Lengthen. Double leg. And round. Last one. Lengthen. Trying to keep the tummy from popping up. I know that's tricky. It's tricky for me. And bring it back in and lower down. Okay. Good. From there, cross the shins. And can we do a little rock? And whoop, maybe missed it. Come up to here. So from here, well, yeah, you probably know it's rolling like a ball. Maybe. Let's just do a little bit of balance work first, a bit of abdominal work. So hold that position. We've got that rounded spine, elbows are wide. And I want us just to do, again, just a challenge our stability here. Can we reach the arms forward? The toes can come down, then you've got more support. Here we go. Can we circle the arms up, round and forward? So we're just holding that position if we can. Round, up. So as the arms go back, that's where the challenge is. Up, round and back. Let's take them the other way. Skipping rope arms. Take them back. Bring them forward. Try and hold the balance. Here we go. Here's 2. So you can feel abdominals have to work a little bit harder as the arms are going back. Whoop. Okay. I think we deserve to roll like a ball after that. Okay, here, so let's do 5. 1. Hold it. And 2. And 3. If you want an extra challenge, you can do it without holding on. Here's 4. Whoop. Here's 5. And then lowering yourself down. And give the knees a circle. Okay, let them circle wide. Get the hip flexors to release. Circle the other way. Okay, so circling the knees. And then lengthen out. Just reach legs, arms away, let the ribs lift. And then we're coming to do some roll-ups, some circling of the shoulders now. So bring the feet together, flex the heels, and circle the arms, curl up head, neck and chest. And circle the arms up. And as you roll back, circle the arms back, down and around. Okay, so arms lift, go wide, curl. So you don't have to come all the way up. So once you come up here, I want you to lift. I forgot maybe to do that last time. Lift the spine, take it wide, roll. So if you want to make it harder, you can keep the arms reaching up longer, round. Okay, and then as we come up this time, come up, and then sit tall. And then take the arms down, take them to one side. Imagine you have your magic circle and roll down that side. Roll down. Shoulders circle to the other side. And we're lifting up. Back to one side. Rolling down. I imagine you're holding a beach ball as you come up and round. Let's go to the side. Round. Lengthen, rib stayed connected down, roll up the side. And just your trousers if you're like me. Okay, and we'll come up. Alright, from there we're coming into our, just to do a little bit of hip moving before we do some of our mermaids. So, cross your legs, doesn't matter which way, hands can go down, and literally just circle through the sit bone. So feel the weight shift forward, to the side, round, and the way this is, we've done this on the wobbly cushion. So see if you can think of the pelvis tucking and turning. Okay, and then bring yourself to a mermaid position. So bringing that shin parallel with the front of the mat and sitting tall. Okay. Hips staying down, and then float up the arm, and then up and over. So we're going to lift the other arm as well, to come back up like you're swaying in the wind, over. And up and back, arm goes down, side bend. Such a nice thing to do. Over, we've got little add-ons, up, lifts, and this is all good trunk work here. Okay, lift through the centre to come back. Back arm goes down onto the mat and just turn and look where the hand reaches. And then we'll turn to the other side. Hips are staying still at the moment. Just go look over there as if you're pointing to the back of the room. Turn and point. A little twist through. Okay. Alright. And then we have a nice little add-on. So the arms sway. You might want to watch this first one. Arms come down, hands come down, and legs lengthen, and then we rebound back up, so you sway. Turn, rotate the upper body towards the mat and lengthen the legs. Power back up. Over. Lift one more. Reach. Bring them back in. And let's then take the legs to the other side. However you like to get there. Okay. So, adjusting. Shins parallel. Other leg is back. Hand is down. Go for the reach and over. Lift both arms to come back. Sway. Up and over. I don't find this side as mobile. That's okay. Up, over, lengthen. Keep reaching up, and then as you come to the other side, hand goes down and just point towards the back of the room. So you're spiralling with the arm. Okay, just taking it both ways. Looking and looking and looking. Exhale to turn. And then we've got the little add-on. So the hands are going to sway up, over. Hands go down, legs lengthen, power back up. Sway, lift, turn the palms. Push the floor away. Power back up. Over, reach, reach, and then come back. Good. And then we're coming down onto our front. So lengthen yourself out. Take a bit of a pause here. And just give way to the mat. So head resting on the hands. Toes turned outwards. Open the hips. Okay. Melt the shoulders down the back. I'm just going to do some simple leg lifts, but I want the leg that isn't moving to be totally relaxed. So see if we can reach the toe nearest to me, lengthen that leg and let that leg float, and then lower down, and then run to the other side. But see if you can feel a lack of tension in the leg that isn't moving. So all the work's going on through that lifting leg, lengthening. It's not big, super small. So feel those gluteal muscles working. A little bit of drawing into your centre. Okay, from there, we're going to do some upper body work. So here's our relaxed position. Here's get ready, float the head, arms slide forward. Here's go. Okay, so feel a nice stretch through the front body here. Lower the elbows, fold back in. Okay, so relax, get ready, go. And really treat it as a long body reach, your crown of the head to the toes. Lower the elbows. Come back in. Let's do one more. Relax, get ready, go. And this time just take a look each way. Look. Up and down, to the side. Bring yourself back to centre and lower down. And as you lower down, slide the arms back in and bend the knees. Legs parallel now. And from here we're going to do our lizard. So draw navel to spine, feel a little space in the belly. Float the head. Lift the arm nearest to me and take a look. And lower it down, and then we're looking the other way. Thighs are quite light here, hips are heavy. We can add the leg on, so as you lift up the arm, opposite knee floats and lowers. Opposite knee. So we're staying nice and steady through our centre, but we've got a little diagonal lift. Okay. Back of the neck staying long, we're just kind of gliding the eyes side to side. Okay. Good front body stretch. Okay, last one. And lowering down. Okay. I'm going to rock side to side with the knees and then pushing back into a child's pose. So rounding the spine, reaching the arms forward for a moment, and just shift the weight side to side. And breathe. And then coming into 4-point kneeling, a little bit of weight, a little bit of arm strengthening work. We're going to turn the fingertips towards each other, so the elbows are going to go wide. And we're going to, if you want more work, we're going to float at the knees. Okay, so a little hover of the knees, and we're doing dips, so the elbows go wide. Push the ground away. So the knees can go down. We're doing 3. There's 3. Knees go down, fingers face forward, and push into down dog. Okay, now we're going to take the elbows towards the mat and bring them back. Little forearm dips down and returns. Let's do 3 here. Dip, return, low down. Knees can float or knees can stay down. I'm going to keep mine down this time. Elbows go wide. So literally the only thing moving in the body are the elbows going wide. Everything else is staying still. Turn the hands, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Here we go, little forearms dip and return. And 2 and return. And 3 and return. Let's do 3 sets. We're coming back down once more to our Pilates push-ups. We can float the knees. Palms turn in, dip, push the floor. 2. Some of you are probably going lower than me, that's fine. Abdominals drawing in. Turn the hands, light hips up, and we're dipping and returning. Dip and return, dip and return. Woo, and bring yourself down. Give the wrists a moment. And then we're coming on to side line. Bring yourself to the front edge of your mat. Okay, for what's coming in a minute. Lengthen out, torpedo. So feel the bottom waist is lifting, not slumping. Right, feet are long and just feel the heels connected, feet are turned out. Okay, so from here, we're going to slide that top leg up, the thigh, and slide it back. Slide it up, and slide it back. One more, slide, and return. So the knee kind of rotates in. Now let's do a couple more. We did 3. Let's do 5. For the counters amongst us. Take it up. Take it back, slide it away. So if you're feeling very balanced, you can send hand to the sky. I'm not sure what's going to stay there. Top leg lifts. Taps in front. Taps behind. Tiny taps. Okay, hot potato, up and over. Okay, inner thighs skimming past each other. How fast can you get? Da, 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 da. So the body staying reasonably still. Okay. From here, we're going to roll. You're going to roll and come into teaser. I'm warning you. Your bottom hand can help you here. So turn. Bottom hand slides in as the legs float. Arm floats, and maybe that back hand can come forward. Who knows? Back hand lowers down. With control, we're coming back into our torpedo. Whoop. Missed it. Okay. Here we go again, rolling. Roll. Eye line to the toes. And then toes and eye line level. Backhand lowers with control. Rotate back. Good whole body challenge. Last one. Make it the best. Roll. Lift, lift, lift. Hand can stay down or maybe it can float and hold. Collarbone stays wide. And then we'll lengthen out. Good. We have it to do on the other side. So bringing yourself round. Lengthen out. Okay. And bring yourself to a long position here. So from here, we're going to slide that foot in, slide it back, slide it up. So for me, the balance is the challenge. I've got trying to stay in that long line. Okay, I'm a bit wobbly, but wobbling is good. Yes, 3-ish, let's do 2 more. So feel that knee open as you slide in. Okay. And then we have our hot potato, heels meet, and then we're tapping in front and behind. Da, 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 da. So seek stability in the upper body, if you can find any. Okay, 3 and 2 and 1. Here come our teasers. Rely on that back hand, that extended hand. So roll. I'm almost kind of diagonal on the mat here, but that's okay. Hand can float maybe. Hand's going to lower back down. Roll yourself long. Here we go again. Turn. Slide the hand in. Float the hand if you want to. Lower the hand down. Lengthen out. We have one more, maybe. Okay. Slide the hand in. Lift. Ooh. Hold, hand goes down, lower and lengthen. Ah, good. Okay, let's come onto our sides now. So bring yourself onto your elbow. In a slump. We've got hips, knees, ankles stacked, space under the waist, elbow under the shoulder. Okay, our clams to stop. So we've got the hips stacked. I'll double check it's kind of as square as can be. And then open and close. So just feel the heels kind of rolling open with the top leg. Bottom leg is pressing into the ground. Let's add on. So arm opens as well. Okay, so and your head turns. So we've got a whole kind of rotation. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. How nice does that feel? Let's do one more like this. You can stick it here if this feels good. If you don't want to add a challenge, you don't have to do it. So we're going to open. We're going to lift the hip and extend the leg. Hip lowers, heel to heel. Bring it back in. Open. Kick. Heels. Close. One more. Open and lift. Heels. Knees. How nice is that? Let's go on to the other side. Alright, so knees are bent. In that nice kind of regal position. Collarbone is open. Hand on hip. Feel up on that knee. And let's keep drawing to your centre a little bit. Controlling from there. There's 3. Let's do a couple more. Oh, let's add the arm on. Okay. Open and close. So inhale as you open. So again, feel the bottom leg is really supporting you here, sort of kind of to open, we've got opposition. And then we're going to do the lift if you want to. So we open, it lifts, leg extends, and bring it back down. Close back down. Everything opens, hip lifts, ta-da! Heels, knees. Last one. Open, lift, heels, knees. That feels good. All right, bring yourself to sitting. Legs, however they're happiest. Long diamond seems to work for me. Let the arms just be ragdoll the arms, let them go limp. Just close your eyes for a moment. Palms up and just breathe. Breathing in through the nose. Exhaling. And just notice maybe hopefully a bit of a buzzing in the body. And releasing. One more breath in, breathing in. And open the eyes and let's take the arms up, up, clasp the hands, bring them to the back of the head, shrug at the shoulders, let them go, go for the big reach, and lower the arms gently, all the way down. On the shoulders. Good. Thanks for joining me. That was good. That was good. Bye. See you again.